a bunch of my friends around the country who fish and live on different lakes throughout the United States, about over the past 3 years, about bass leaving the bank. And here is sort of what I've been, asking these guys about. We've been staying in communication over the last couple of years, and I've been assimilating my own information. And guys, conclusively, without a doubt, through my own experience and through the experience of all of my friends across the country who fish traditional bass fishing techniques, over the past 3 years specifically, there has been a major decline in the quality of fishing as far as the number of bass and the size of the bass that anglers are catching out of water that are less than 10 foot deep. Shallow water, target-oriented fish. And I want to get into this because this is not a good thing, and this is something that cannot be denied. This isn't some study that I just half-assed did myself and tried to come across it in a biased point of view. This is something that I've spent some time and talked to a lot of people with. Now, let me tell you a little bit about my own experiences, and then I'll tell you a little bit about what my buddies have been feeding back to me on this situation. I have fished professionally for almost 40 years now, guys, and I've fished just thousands and thousands of days here in the Missouri Ozarks, Lake of the Ozarks, Table Rock Lake, Bull Shoals, Stockton Lake, Grand Lake, everywhere with that. And throughout the course of the decades that I have fished, there has been a consistency in a seasonal pattern as far as the predictable areas where bass live at. Now, I don't care if it was 1980, 1990, 2000, 2010, whatever. These areas that I have traditionally fished at certain times of the year, which tend to be areas that are less than 10 feet deep, over the past these areas that I'm talking about here, every single year, it was like clockwork. There would be certain patterns and certain techniques in this shallow water pattern that I was fishing that would work every single time. Every single time. Now, there may be a little bit of a fluctuation if you had a weather pattern going through, but that was just something temporary. But overall, for the course of those 40 years, up until about 3 years ago, well, actually, almost exactly 3 years ago, you could go to every one of these places that I'm talking about, and, with probably about a dozen different lures, and you could consistently catch the same number of fish and the same size of fish. Now, what I have seen personally in my own fishing over the past 3 years, those fish are gone, guys. Those fish are completely gone. One of the things that I noticed is, like, I do a lot of on-the-water lessons here in Missouri in the wintertime. And I got looking back at some of the photographs of some of the people that I've taken fishing out there, like over the past 10 years or so, and showing the bass they were holding up.